the reason why it should be taken to the public for a referendum is because the greatest challenge that has been put on CDF is the issue that it goes against the separation of powers. And if there's a constitutional amendment that seeks to cure that constitutional anomaly, which Parliament has begun, there are people who are saying it shouldn't just end with Parliament, it should go to the constituencies. And I agree, it should go to the constituencies because it's such an important issue that it is Kenyans that need to determine. And the reason is, should CDF, for instance, fail, and should it turn out that it was a good program, it should not fail in the hands of Parliament. Let it fall in the hands of the public. So, but I agree with the Speaker. If there is one model of development that I've seen working in this country and in Africa, it is CDF. Many countries come to Kenya to model the CDF because it's a working model. I'm actually doing my PhD on CDF as a working model in Africa because Africa ni kama tulikuwa cast. When we see that something that is working, we fight to kill it. When we see something that is not working, we fight to build it up. And that is why we always end up with the terrible leaders. Like right now, we hear a lot of people that are saying that we must look for somebody to remove Ruto. We are not looking for a leader who is good. We are looking for a leader to remove Ruto. Tukishatoa Ruto, we will look for another leader to remove the leader that has removed Ruto. And then it becomes a circle of mediocrity. I'm not saying Ruto is mediocre, but I'm saying then it becomes a circle because we always have a way of shooting ourselves on the foot. When we have something good, we shoot ourselves on the foot. CDF is a working program. I know my party leader does not support it, and for good reasons. He's saying that, in his view, it is unconstitutional. And because of that, we are supporting our party leader that there should be a constitutional amendment so that there's no debate about it. Even though right now, as it is framed, and speaking as a lawyer, it is not unconstitutional because there's a bit of misunderstanding. If you look at the structure of CDF, the Member of Parliament does not appear anywhere. There may be a perception of, because it's constituency based, and because we oversight it very carefully and very heavily, that the Member of Parliament is in control. We don't play an executive role because if you look at the structure, there is a board at the national level, there is a committee. The Member of Parliament is not even a signatory, does not appear legally anywhere. So really, if you are talking legally, then the Member of Parliament is involved, is not involved in CDF. And then there's also a misconception, which I agree with the Speaker, that if CDF falls, that money goes to the county assemblies. That I can guarantee you 100% will not happen for two reasons. It will not happen, one, because it is not part of the shareable revenue for the counties. CDF goes to CDF after the share of the national government has been done. So it is the national government that says, out of our portion, we then take it to the constituency. So it's a portion of the national government. What happens if it is killed? What happens if it is killed? The president can decide that I use that money to motivate sportsmen. He can decide to use it to fly to another part of the country. He can use it for whatever he wishes, that the Constitution allows it. It will not necessarily go to building classrooms. Secondly, even if the money were to be taken, which would be unconstitutional to governors, governors have no mandate to do education beyond early childhood, which is a nursery school. The governors can only do nursery schools. So even the bursaries that governors do currently is unconstitutional. So if you are being strict on constitutionality, the reason why some of us have been quiet is because we see that even though it's unconstitutional, it helps the public. But it is unconstitutional for governors to give bursary. If you look at the schedule, they don't have any mandate in secondary, maybe they only have for polytechnic. So they can give a bursary for polytechnic, but they can't give bursary for any other. So if you want to talk about unconstitutionality, the bursary that governors give is unconstitutional. So that is part of the reason why I support the Speaker, 100%.